All right, hello and welcome to another edition of Rumer Rants. Today, I would like to introduce you to Menlo Lane. You're not gonna believe this. All right, get a load of this, guys. My good friend Steve, AKA the Asian Dumpling, trust me, he likes to be called that, is out looking for homes when he sends me a picture of this sprawling beauty located in the heart of downtown San Diego. Now, I gotta be honest with you. When I first saw this home, I got excited. I said, I'm gonna pick this thing up on the cheap. I'm gonna slap a couple of coats of paint on it, fix up this yard, replace the windows, make it look real cute, just like the next door neighbor's house. And I'm gonna flip it for $100,000 to $200,000 in profits, just like those late night infomercials or those gurus on the YouTube. I'm gonna get my real estate guru on.
I think deep down we all want to make money in real estate because we know everybody needs it, but we didn't know how until now.
That was until I figured out how much this thing costs. Now, would you guys care to take a guess on what this sprawling estate is going for? Now, before you answer, let me give you some specs on this gem so you can be accurate. First of all, it is a roomy and generous 770 square feet. I know some of you probably have garages that are larger than 770 square feet. Two large bedrooms. I don't know what the square footage are of those bedrooms, but they can't be that big. They're probably the size of closets. And one bathroom. And I'm gonna put some pictures up here so you can see what is all included in this great, luxurious estate. So what do you think, guys? What is your best guess? Let me spoil the guessing by telling you. I don't know if you can see it, but that is $309,000. $309,000? Are you freaking kidding me? 309 grand. My God. Whew. Jeez. Now, I took it upon the liberty to look at what other real estate costs around the countries are. And this is what you can get like in Dubuque, Iowa for 309 grand. I mean, some of these houses have like swimming pools and several thousands of square feet. I mean, it's unreal. Now, I know you're saying, but then again, you've got to live in Dubuque. Understood. But this is what 300 grand can get you in like Miami. I mean, it's just insane. Now, there's a lot of problems with this, obviously. I mean, this is just bizarre to me because, first of all, if you're somebody that's young and you're out there and you're trying to build your fortunes, get a spouse, get some kids, you know, live the good American dream, this is what you're faced with in this area. This is like your starter home right now. And I mean, you would need like 150K easy in this house to get it up to par, to a livable condition. Who knows what kind of structural damage or something like that could be in a place like this. But think about that. You know, I feel for you guys out there that are younger right now. It's like if you come to California and you make 6 figures a year, which sounds good, and there's a lot of 6 figures a year jobs here, but by the time you pay your taxes, which is going to be like 35, 40K, you're left net with about, what, 60,000 bucks. And if you drive a late model vehicle, by the time you pay insurance, the registration on it here, maintenance and upkeep, and your car payment, you're spending like $7,000 a year on that. So you're looking at roughly net now 50K. Rents in this area are easy for a 2-bedroom home, 2,500 bucks, 2,000 to 2,500 bucks. And you got to listen to freaking bulldozers. So you're spending like 2,500 bucks there. That's like 20K a year. So you're basically netting out in the low to mid 20,000 bucks. And that's not counting things like if you want cable, electricity, water, you want to go on a vacation for once a week every year and treat yourself. I mean, that's just nuts. You're basically, every dime you have is used for survival in a place like this. And if that's the case, how would you ever come up with the money to even move into something like that? Because you would have to probably put down, what do you think, 30K, 35K for costs and a down payment just to get a loan on that. And the loan amount is like you'd have to pay $1,400, $1,500 a month to live in that thing. So you'd have to come up with that. How could a younger couple save up that kind of money in the first place when you're living in a high expensive area like San Diego, California in the first place? How are you ever going to get started? How are you ever going to get a start? I mean, this is just insane. Now, the government wants you to believe that lower interest rates are the solution, that lower interest rates is what helps you get into a home. And that's not true. In fact, when I was in my 20s, interest rates were like 8 to 10%, which would be ludicrous right now. Nobody would even accept that. But a brand new home, this was like the mid-90s, a brand new home, just a brand new home, probably 2,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, garage, would run you $75,000 a year. So the payments were even less than something like this. Now the real issue is back then, the median home price versus the median income was closer. So if I go all the way back to like when my parents were younger, my dad's first job in the late 60s and early 70s was Westinghouse, excuse me, and he made $3,500 a year. And on that $3,500, my mom didn't work, he was able to support my mother, drive 2 cars, and me and my brother for all of the basic necessities that we needed on $3,500 a year. But the median home price back then, you could buy a new home for $3,500. So the median home price, the median income were on par with each other. Now, when I was younger, in my 20s, this was the early 90s, the mid 90s, the median income was about $25,000 to $30,000 and homes were 60, so it was 2 times. The median home price right now in San Diego, California is somewhere about $550,000 to $575,000, where the median income is like $58,000. So you can see the discrepancy between the median income price of a home and the median income that a person makes. It's like, I don't know how many times, 10 times more, 5 times more. Those are inaccurate numbers. I'm just ranting. But that's a problem. And this, guys, this is what lower interest rates have caused, because it hasn't lowered the prices of homes. What it has done is it's increased the price. You now have inflation, and now this inflation and stuff like this is just literally out of control. Because if you're a younger person, and I'm just talking about home prices, if you want to invest in the stock market right now, it's been sitting here at all-time highs for months. It's been going up day after day after day. So you're now buying stocks at their ultimate highs, at several times over earnings. If you don't get some sort of real estate bubble, a real estate crash, and a stock market crash, you're asked out. You're not going to get any good prices. You're going to be overpaying for everything. And if you factor this in 5, 6 years down the road, you put money into this place and you want to sell it, in order to make that worth your while and come out on the green side, you're going to have to sell that place for $600,000. Do you think it's going to be worth $600K? Is somebody going to pay for $600K for that thing in a couple of years? Jesus, I feel for you. Now, I bought my home for almost $400K in like 2001, 2002 or something like that. And I've said it before, if I sold my home, I mean, right now, it's so insane, these prices here, that my last estimate value on my home was 900 grand. But if and that sounds great, that's a lot of profit. But if I sold that house right now for 900, in order for me to match my lifestyle and match my housing and what I'm used to, I'd have to spend another $1 million or $1.3 million to get another house. I'd have to freaking leave California. I mean, I wouldn't be willing to pay that much for real estate. I mean, that's just, wow, that's bizarre. So where does this all go? I mean, what does this mean outside of just some silly rant, which you've already figured out? If you're somebody out there that's young, you don't have a whole lot of choices here. I gotta walk this way. It's got street sweepers. You gotta deal with bulldozers and street sweepers and horns. You're like piled on top of people, but they got nice Christmas decorations. There is no middle class. You know, it's either lower class, no, it's actually upper class or no class. Because the upper class, the elite, they're the ones that got the tax cuts. They're the ones that have the excess money, and they're the ones that's buying up all this property so schmucks can rent it. People that can't come up with down payments, they're forced into renting it. That's why in most of these places in California, you've got 6 or 7 people living in the same house because they can't afford it. And we've already talked about the gas prices. They're like $4. I mean, look at all the construction work you got going on here. So that's kind of where this whole thing is. You're either no class or upper class. So when you guys are sitting out here, here's what happens. A lot of you have goals, a lot of you have dreams, a lot of you want better for yourself, and you should. You should go work for yourself. You should try to be more. You should try to be an entrepreneur. You should try to move up a class. Otherwise, you're gonna be working for someone else, and you're gonna have to share a cubicle with someone. You gotta deal with this. I haven't even talked about the traffic here. I just can't see how your freedom isn't more important. You got to get up and weather through all this traffic. It's bumper to bumper. People are irritated and angry. You got to share cubicles and be nice to people at work. Listen to a boss that's breathing down your neck. And you know what you're doing? You're surviving. You're not thriving. You're surviving. You're just working to make money, to live in Menlo Lane. Welcome to the American dream. Anyway, guys, I'm going to cut it there. It is pitch dark. I don't even know if you can see me, but that might be a benefit. Until the next Rumer Rants, let me know your thoughts, feelings, curmudgeons, quarrels, questions. Send them my way, support@lincolnlist.com. Thanks for watching. Take care.